Hey guys, this is going to be part 2 to the video. I believe it was titled Where I've Been Part 1. What's that? This is the second part to that. And I'll try to keep this one short, because the last one was like 10 minutes. I believe last time I left off with the fact that my mom was in the hospital and my aunt and uncle had showed up. And now they're a part of our lives. There's something I was going to originally discuss in this video, but I've decided to keep that for a separate video, pretty much unrelated to this series. And I think the third part is going to be the last part of the series, but there's, of course, 2 more separate videos I want to make. One is about something in the third part, and the other one is about something I'm not going to discuss in this video, because it deserves its own video. Anyway, there's a cat.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Anyway, if you've been looking at my community posts, unfortunately, only one of those kittens survived. The rest of them are buried over there. The one that survived is named Nimbus. I named him after Thunderbolt, which I'll make another video on why I decided to name a cat after Thunderbolt. But anyway, so my aunt and uncle show up at some point when we went to see Mom in the hospital. They show up and they were basically looking after us at this point. And, like, I didn't exactly get along well with either of them. They were very, I don't want to say strict, but, like, there was never a time where they didn't have something against us. Like, we were either doing something wrong, or something needed cleaned. And I think we went, I think it was 2 times we went to see Mom in the hospital. Now, I'm already at this part already because I'm trying to keep this short, but there was a point to where they needed to actually take Mom to another hospital because she needed dialysis or kidneys. There was something wrong with her kidneys. Whatever infection was going on, she couldn't handle it. They took her to this other hospital. It was in the same town, but it was a different hospital. And going there to see her was completely different from when she was in the other hospital. She had tubes like this big around of blood coming in and out of her. And she had this dialysis machine hooked up to her. And this isn't even the craziest part of this video, so stay tuned for that very unfortunate event of the story. Let's take another look at this cat. See, it's cute. Really cute.
Meow.
Anyway, here's Uma. So that hospital visit was interesting. I remember we went to see Christmas lights. This was around Christmas, by the way, of last year. And then we came home, and Christmas, they got us stuff. The thing I got was this, road safety kit. It's in the back of my car somewhere, but I don't have the keys to it right now, so I can't show you it. And, everything was going fine. I was still working at Rally's, by the way. And I had bought this GPS for my car, and everything was going fine until my uncle had a heart attack. And I wasn't even around when this happened. He had a doctor's appointment. I guess it happened sometime during that. And now, my aunt and uncle were out of our lives, which was kind of a good thing. And also this other person named Jennifer was out of our lives, which was really good because I didn't get along with her. There's the cat over there. But then my other uncle showed up, and I have a very interesting relationship with him. He's the one that owns the car repair shop. I don't know if I've talked about him before. He's always trying to teach people lessons and stuff. Anyway, he's looking after us at this point. Now, me and my sister had a dispute about something. One day, I went with Mom's card that she has to go get pizza, and it wasn't even expensive pizza. It was Little Caesars. And then when I come back, they're both up here complaining about how I'm doing something I shouldn't, and he's saying that it's actually against the law for me to use the card if it doesn't have my name on it, which isn't true. And he's threatening if I don't give him the card, he's gonna do something with DCS, which that's a whole nother story. I do not get along with them at all. Neither does my mom. And this whole pizza thing would keep going on. It's this thing she would say. She would say I was going to buy dumb stuff. And then one day, I guess we were fighting over something. I had a suspicion that she knew where the debit card was. Now, she didn't have it. My uncle had it. He was in the hospital. But one night my uncle came over, the one that didn't have a heart attack. Too bad he wasn't the one that didn't.
Meow.
But he came over, and my sister put on this show about how I didn't say this. Something about how I wish she was dead, or she'd be better off dead. Something about that. Or I was gonna hurt her. Now, I did say I was gonna hurt her because I was gonna do anything I could to get that card, because she wasn't gonna act like she was above me and act like I was just gonna buy stuff with the card that I didn't need. Because how else were we gonna eat if I couldn't buy stuff? She could order DoorDash, which is way more than what I ordered, but I can't order pizza or go get pizza. So that night, for some reason, my sister went to stay at my uncle's house. And then the next day I went to Walmart, and I think I was looking for air fresheners for my car or something.
Meow.
And I got a call from my sister about supposedly, she's saying they're taking us, which, if you don't know what that means DCS got involved and they want to take us away from our home. And at first I didn't believe her. She was just trying to mess with me, trying to get me home. I guess using my uncle to have some sense of superiority over me once again. And she hangs up, and I try to call her back, so I go home, and no one's at the house. My car's still there. Now my sister's gone. But then she calls me again, starts saying something. She has someone from DCS on the phone about how they need to take us because there's no one here to watch us. And I would eventually find out that this was all my uncle's doing. That he set this up, and he just wanted to teach me a lesson. And this video is already 10 minutes long. Sorry about that. But, see, my uncle, okay, he's a liar for one thing. He claims he's a Christian. He goes to church, but he claims he's a Christian, but then he goes around saying that Jesus holds up the stars, and that's why they don't fall to earth, and that homeless people are lazy. So, that's the kind of person he is. So, at this point, I'm trying to run away. I'm trying to escape from the situation. So, I try to run off to the town that my mom's in. But then, about a third of the way through that trip, I realize that's not a good idea and the cops are going to show up. So, I turn back and I'm at the DCS office and I'm arguing with my sister about how this was my uncle's fault. And it was. It totally was. Although I would end up downing it at some point.
Meow.
But they took us to this place about 30 minutes away. And I think I'm going to have to leave it off there. The next episode will be about my not every little detail. That's what another video is going to be about. But my stay at that place, what it was like, and how I got out of there, and what's going to happen in the future. So that's it.